Very good evening, guys. Welcome to Network Ethics. So today is the day two of our 5-in-1 firewall compo training program, and in that we started with first firewall training, ASA, right? So today officially it's a day two for your ASA firewall training program, guys, right? So we are yesterday we just saw like what is firewall, right? So what is firewall and firewall? What is the function of your firewall and why we need a firewall, right? So that thing we yesterday we discussed in our yesterday session. Okay, so and along with that, yesterday we were discuss about the roadmap of your training program for ASA firewall and which day, which topic we are going to cover and how many days it will take, right? So that thing we were discuss, right? So as per today's today's curriculum, we have to, as per today's session, we have to start about ASA. So yesterday we just discussed about the introduction to the firewall, right? So what is firewall? What are the type of firewall we have? And we are not yet discuss about the next generation firewall. We just discuss about the traditional firewall. What is stateless and what is stateful, right? So that and why we need to migrate from the stateless firewall to stateful firewall and why we need to came to your ASA firewall, why we, right? So everything we were discussed in ancient days, why we used instead of a router, why we used a ASA firewall, right? So that and all we were discussed yesterday. So today, I'm going to give you about ASA firewall. Is there any before ASA firewall, is there any firewall product we have used in a production in a industry, and why we need to, if yes, and what is that product, and what is the history of your ASA firewall? That we are going to discuss actually today about. We are going to discuss about the history of your ASA firewall, guys. Okay, so sorry, fine. So let's go into the session. So since today it's a theoretical session, so we are going to discuss about the ASA history. Along with that, tomorrow we are going to start our lab setup, how to create your own lab setup for your hands-on in your laptop and desktop, and tomorrow and day after tomorrow. And we'll do initial configuration with the ASA on coming Friday. Okay, so let's go to our today's session. Any idea, guys? Before ASA firewall, is there any firewall? Is there firewall product? Any idea? Just my pen. Okay. Any idea, guys? Before ASA firewall, is there any relative to that from that firewall to ASA firewall? Okay, fine. So today, our today's session it's about. Is it visible? Okay. We are going to discuss about the ASA history. Okay. So before ASA in industry we used. So we yesterday we discussed, right? So like stateless firewall and stateful firewall, right? So for example, for the stateless firewall, we used normal routers, your routers. right? So it doesn't mean only Cisco router. So normal routers we used as by creating access list, we filter the traffic, right? That router devices are part of filtering device. So you by using that router, you can filter the packets. So you can control the traffic by creating the access list and to block or allow some specific traffic, right? So based on the L3 and L4 filters, right? By using I mean a router. Okay. And example for stateful firewall, yesterday we saw here one of the stateful firewall traditional, especially in a traditional firewall. Your Cisco ASA is the one of the stateful firewall. Okay, so ASA firewall, it's a not first product for the firewalling features. Okay, ASA it's a one of the product. Okay, one of the firewall product, but this firewall is not a first firewall product. Okay, so previously we used normal routers to filter the traffic by before ASA and before one of the specialized firewall product. The product name is called PIX. Okay, PIX is the first product which used for firewalling purpose to filter the traffic. It's a dedicated device which can do filtering. Okay, and that too it's not create invented for firewalling. The main purpose the fix invented for NAT purpose only. Okay, and after that they have implemented some firewalling feature as well. Okay, so after that your fix is known for only firewalling feature. Okay, after that, so let me go with the fix. Yes, Dilip, I'll explain you. No worries. Okay, so previously we used a packet filtering to filter the traffic to allow or deny some specific traffic. We used a packet filtering or stateless device, a firewalling or filtering, you can say. Example, before using any separate product for firewalling purpose, we used a routers for firewalling purpose. After that, Pix came to the market. Pix means the Pix is the first product firewalling. Okay, Pix is the first product for firewalling functionality, and that too, it's not invented for specially for firewalling function. It is specially invented for NAT purpose only. It's a NATed device. It's a NATing device. Okay, and the Pix, you can able to understand why we call it as a NATing device. Why they named as a NATing device in earlier stage. So it's the expansion for Fix is private internet exchanger. Okay, PIX means, just let me clear all those stuffs. Okay, so normally before ASA and before to filter the traffic, we used router stateless filtering and we used router, and after that due to some stateless there are some lot of issue in a stateless filtering. So to avoid that, so yesterday we discussed what is the problem we are having when you're using a stateless firewalling devices, like stateless filtering, which means your router. By using a router as a filtering device, what are the issues we are getting it, and how to fix it, and that and all we were discussed, right? So in that case, to fix that issues, whatever the drawback is there in a stateless filtering, and that will be fixed by stateful filtering or stateful firewalling. Okay, and first stateful firewall device is called PIX. Okay, and PIX stand for Private Internet Exchanger. Okay, so let's start with the PIX firewall, and let's start with PIX. PIX is the dedicated device which is used to filter the traffic. But when it was invented that time, it's you only it is invented mainly it is invented for NATing purpose, and the name for private PIX means private internet exchanges. Yes, yes, Dilip, it will be given. Okay, no worries. Private internet exchange is the name for Pix. It's a different product. It's not a Cisco product. It's a different vendor product. Okay, which is introduced on the year of 1995. Okay, Pix was introduced on the year of 1995. Okay, and that time it's mainly invented for NAT, and along with that, it can filter the traffic and by using L3 and L4 functionalities. Okay, so by using still access control list, but it can able to maintain the stateful information, your session information, state table. It can able to maintain the state table. Okay, and actually this is a Pix. It's used a Linux based operating system. Pix it's used its own operating system. It's a Linux based operating system, and it is used for NAT purpose mainly. After that, they have implemented the firewalling feature, and in a stateful firewall, it can do stateful firewall, right? And then after, I mean, when it was introduced in the year of 1995, after 2008, okay, sorry, in the year of 2005, Cisco acquired your fixed device. Until unless Cisco doesn't have a firewall product. Okay, in the year of 2005, the Pix is acquired by the Cisco. Okay, the Pix device acquired by Cisco in the year of 2000 by 2005. Okay, Cisco device, and up to 2005 they are not focusing firewalling products. Some other they are focusing some networking devices and all. Okay, and they come to the market in the year of 2005 only. Okay, and the year of 2008, in the year of 2008, Fix is not out of the market. Up to 2008, Pix was used in the market, and the support is given from the Cisco. And in the year of 2000, they stopped their support, and this device is out of market, guys. Okay, the Pix. Okay, so and in the year of 2005, after acquired Pix device, in the year of 2005 itself, they introduced ASA firewall. There are some limitation when you're using a fixed firewall as a firewalling device. Okay, and so they have used the fundamental things, basic fundamental things for firewalling purpose, which is available in a fixed device and fixed operating system. Okay, they they take all the functionalities, and they have additionally added some more feature in in their own device, and they have started to release that product called ASA, adaptive security appliances. Okay, so ASA, adaptive security appliances, guys. So when ASA comes to the market in the year of 2005, ASA comes to the market, guys. Okay, and that time they implemented, this is not a next generation firewall, they have implemented with a stateful feature, and whatever the feature is available in a fixed product, the same feature is available in ASA. Additionally, some of the feature is not supported by the fix, and that they have added additionally in your ASA operating system, and they have started to sell this product, guys. Okay, so so what is that? Now we are going to see what is the difference between the fixed firewall and ASA firewall. Okay, and how they started to sell their product uh, against the fixed device. Okay, and what is the advantage we have in a ASA than fixed, that we are going to see. Okay, so let me give some clarity. So this is a fix, and this is ASA firewall. Okay, your fix, it's an fix have hardware appliances. It's a firewall appliance, even though it is it's invented for especially for NAT purpose, but after some days, they used mainly for firewalling purpose. So it's a firewall appliance, and ASA also firewall appliance. Okay, and okay, and then fix have only physical appliances. Okay, ASA firewall have physical appliances and virtual appliance, or you can say virtual machines. Okay, and then third, here comes the different, most of the difference. Whatever your fix have some limitation, right? So that limitation, how it's different, fix is different than your ASA. Fix use its Linux operating system. Okay, and and ASA also it's used Linux operating system. ASA doesn't use iOS, Cisco operating system, right? So ASA use a different operating system, that is also Linux operating system only, because most of the feature is whatever it is implemented in a fix, that feature only they have in their product. Additionally, some of the feature they have added into their product, right? So Linux operating system, but it's enhanced to, this operating system is called Lena operating system. Okay, Lena engine, sometimes they will call it as a Lena engine. Okay, so ASA firewall, if you are going to the interview, so if someone is asked what is the ASA using that operating system, so you can also say ASA operating system name as adaptive security appliances. Instead of that, you can just mention Lena operating system. Okay, or Lena engine. Lena means, if you want to know the expansion for Lena, Linux in ASA product, adaptive security appliances. So operating system name is Linux in adaptive security appliances. Linux in ASA. Okay. So this is the expansion for Lena, and Lena engine have a capability to filter the traffic L3 and L4. L4 level filtering, it can able to do that. But Lena engine will not have capability to filter the traffic by application layer. There is no application layer visibility, guys. Okay. So sorry guys, it's just in a Linux based operating system, but this is also, it's a Linux based operating system, but here they call it as Lena engine. Lena means Linux in ASA, adaptive security appliances, and that Lena engine can do filtering on layer 3 and layer 4, and still your PIX can do mostly it can do again L3 and L4 filters only. Okay, there is no difference when it comes to the packet filtering and your ASA firewall and PIX. Okay, both are stateful firewall. Both are they both can able to filter both are mostly used Linux based operating system, and both are using layer 3 and layer 4 filters only. Okay, and from here fifth point onwards your difference you can able to feel that. So PIX firewall doesn't support, it will support only IPsec. Okay, VPN. And okay, so instead of that mention just like this. So your PIX firewall doesn't support the web VPN, which means SSL VPN. PIX firewall can support, I mean, it will support IPsec VPN, but it will not support the SSL VPN. But your ASA firewall support the web VPN. Okay. And then sixth different, when comes to the throughput, okay, PIX firewall, it's not suitable for the uh, the big networks, guys. Okay, it's not PIX firewall. It's not suitable for the maximum. I mean, it's not able to produce maximum throughput performance. Okay, performance comparatively, ASA firewall and PIX firewall, ASA can efficiently filter the traffic. So in L3 and L4 filters, and more data it can able to process. Okay, so low and performance wise, it's good. High throughput, you can say it's a perform instead of mention like that low throughput. And it will can process the high high throughput. It can able to provide the maximum data, it can able to process the maximum data than your PIX firewall. High throughput. Okay. And then your your PIX firewall will support GUI console. And sorry, the difference, seventh difference, your PIX firewall can be deployed as a L3 mode, or you can say routed mode only. But your ASA firewall can be deployed routed mode, transparent mode, switching environment. So which is supporting the VLAN. Okay, you can filter the traffic based on the VLAN. Okay, and you can you can do inter VLAN routing and all. It's possible, but in your fixed firewall, that inter it doesn't support the transparent mode. It will support only routed mode. Okay, and and then let me write here as a eighth option. Your PIX firewall will support the GUI console. You can access your PIX firewall through GUI, and to access your GUI console, you need a PDM application. It's an application to access the GUI console of your PIX firewall called PIX Device Manager. Okay, PIX Device Manager. Okay, PDM means PIX Device Manager. Okay, so similarly, ASA will support GUI console access, and to access the GUI console of your ASA firewall, okay, graphical user interface, If you want to configure your ASA firewall through graphical user interface, you need ASDM application. Adaptive Security Device Management is the name expansion for ASDM. Okay. Okay. So the the major difference between your fixed firewall and ASA firewall, fixed firewall will not support the SSL VPN, and fixed firewall will not support the transparent mode. But your ASA firewall will support the SSL VPN, and then it will support the transparent mode. And along with that, so throughput is the matter. The maximum data can be processed by your ASA firewall comparatively than your fixed firewall. Okay. And it, when comes to the supporting devices, like it will support the physical appliance, and it will have a physical appliance and virtual appliance both, but it doesn't support the virtual appliances. Fix doesn't support the virtual appliances. And moreover, after 2008, this device is not in the market. No more. Okay. But your ASA is still in the market. Still, ASA used in a production network to filter the traffic and to sub since it's well in a VPN, and for VPN purpose, and it's well in a routing and NAT, right? And still it is used in in the industry for filtering the traffic based on layer 3 and layer 4 filters. Okay. So but your Pix is not in the market. Yes. Okay. So this is the difference between the Pix firewall and ASA firewall. And Pix was acquired by Cisco Systems in the year of 2000, a 2005. Okay. And then whatever the feature they have it in their product, that feature they have added in their own product. And additionally, whatever the drawback is there in a fix, that will be fixed fixed by your by their product called ASA. Okay. And now they are still launching this product in the additional some of the features they are adding extra, and they are launching in the production network. Okay. Clear, guys? So this is the difference between the Pix and then ASA. And what is the drawback your fixed firewall have? That is how it is fixed by Cisco systems, and what is the product they have released against that Pix. Everything. This is about the comparison, guys. Okay. And now your ASA again. We are going to see the ASA hardware model, some of the hardware models, and then operating system versions. Okay. Yes, Dilip. Yeah, please go ahead with your query. Not like that. A it's used. I said Pix is used L3 and L4, and it's fix specially invented for NAT purpose only. L if doesn't support L3, and how it will do NAT? Okay, fix will support L3 function and L4 functionalities. Okay, and it support the IPsec VPN as well. It's similar to ASL. I mean, it's similar to router. Okay, it will do filter L3 and L4, and then it will do routing and it will do NAT, and then it will do filter, and additionally it will maintain the stateful state information session table. Okay, so that here only it is different from the normal router by using router to filter the packet and by using pix to filter the traffic. Okay, so pix is the stateful firewall example for stateful firewall, and it will filter the traffic. Okay, by L3 and L4 datagrams. Okay, by L3 and L4 filters. Okay, are you clear now? Okay, fine. So now we are going to discuss about ASA product line. So ASA nowadays it is available in the market with some other feature. ASA you can use traditional ASA. I'm talking about hardware feature. I'm not talking about operating system feature. Okay, traditional ASA next generation ASA hardware platform. I'm talking about hardware platform. Okay, so that hardware platform you can divide it in two ways. So traditional ASA hardware and next generation ASA hardware. Okay, so NGX, next generation ASA hardware. Okay, so let me just define hardware models. So in a Cisco devices, you may have like 3000 series, right? And 3500 series like that, the router you may hear, right? So similarly, here we are going to discuss some of the series. So 5000 series, okay, and which is ASA start from these 5000 series devices. Okay, so 5005, 5006, sorry, not 5000, 5500 series. Okay, 5500 series are ASA firewall product start from the 5500 series in a Cisco product line. Okay, and 5505 and 5506. Okay, and we have 5510 devices. Okay, and then 5512, and likewise 5525. Likewise, it is going up to maximum 5000. 585. Okay, so here each model, this is hardware difference will be, so each are having a firewall ASA operating system only in this hardware. Okay, but hardware performance, so which can able to 505 will have some Ethernet port. Okay, so Ethernet port, and 5525, 512 and 25. From here it is supporting the uh, fiber port, I mean uh, fiber Ethernet. Okay, this is fast Ethernet. It will support the gigabyte Ethernet and fiber, optical fiber also it will support, and it will support just your normal Ethernet cable on Ethernet port only it will be support. And but 505 12 to 585 it support the fiber, but the data carrying data transmission speed and data carrying capability will be different on each product. Okay, so if you want to know more about the hardware specification on each and every model. Okay, I'll share that data sheet for your reference. So a lot of things is there. So here you are going to additionally know, so what is the power backup and power backup sockets, and what is the processing unit, hardware hardware unit like RAM, processor, and storage. Okay, and then number of ports in a Ethernet and gigabyte Ethernet, right? And then if you have a fiber optical ports, right? So what is the capability of each fiber optical ports, or like that? You're going to have a different hardware specification, guys. Okay, so each model have a different hardware specification, but these models are running with the ASA operating system. Okay, normal, or you can say Lena engine. It's it's running with the traditional ASA with Lena operating system. Okay, so likewise, we have a same hardware model, but same hardware numbers, but some of the firewall like 5505 EX series, 5506 EX series, 5510 X series. Likewise, we have a 5585 X series. Okay, so the if hardware specification is similar. So normal 5500 series and 5500X series, hardware wise, each devices hardware wise, mostly hardware specification is similar only, guys. Okay, the difference between the normal 5000 series and 5500 series and 5500 series X version. Okay, X means next generation. Okay, so in this device, by default, again it will run with the Lena operating system. Okay, so in feature, if you want to install your next generation firewall of Cisco product called FTD, instead of FTD, say that your next generation firewall operating system called Firepower. Okay, Firepower operating system, Firepower OS. So in this hardware unit, which is 5500X series, these hardware, if you're in your production network, if you're already working in your production network, if you're able to see your hardware, and that hardware model might be anything from this series, and apart from the after that serial number, if you're having this X symbol, this hardware is capable to install your Firepower operating system. Okay, you can install Firepower operating system in this hardware, guys. But normal 5000 series hardware, which is not having X generation feature or X series, okay, these devices you cannot install Firepower operating system in this hardware. Okay, but this hardware 5500 series X generation, so it will support the Firepower operating system as well. And these hardwares are latest hardware, guys. Latest hardwares which can run as of now. They're by default they're running with the ASA operating system. Okay, and if you want to install Firepower operating system in this device, these devices will be X series, next generation series of hardwares will be support Firepower operating system, but traditional normal 5000 series devices will not support the next generation features. I mean, your Firepower operating system cannot be installed in these devices. Clear, guys? So, so right now this is running with the traditional ASA operating system. In future, if you want to upgrade your Cisco operating system, like Firepower operating, I mean you want to install your FTD firewall, which means you want to promote this hardware as a FTD firewall, next generation operating system. Okay, firepower operating system. If you want to install, then obviously you can install in a X series devices, but normal 5000 series device, 5500 series ASA devices. So this device is called traditional devices, or okay, so these devices will not support the next generation features. Okay, so which means nothing, your Lena engine plus your IPS called snot engine, which is doing the IPS functionality. Okay, so you can install your Lena engine, your ASA operating system, plus here you can install snot. Both, if it is both inbuilt, then that operating system name is called firepower. Okay, and that operating system you can also install in these devices, but normal series you cannot install it, guys. Clear, guys? The difference between the normal 5500 series of product lines and 5500X series of product lines. Are you clear, guys? The difference between the normal 5500 series of hardware and then next generation 5500 series hardware. Okay, so like how we are installing operating system in our basic hardware, like from Windows 10 to Windows 11, right? So likewise you can upgrade it in this X series devices. Your firepower operating system you can install from AS normal traditional ASA to firepower operating system. Okay, okay, guys. So, and about the ASA, traditional ASA firewall operating system, which is Lena operating system. Okay, so operating system versions nowadays. Okay, market use. Okay, market use latest version 9.x versions. Okay, so 9.x, it's a major operating system, major update. Okay, and so we are going to see the series 6.x, 5.x of from 5 dot, I mean from 0 dot, sorry, 1.x to 5.x. It's use the PIX operating system. Your ASA use 6.x operating system from a, because both are using a Linux based operating system only. Pix and your ASA both are using a Linux based operating system only. And after Acure Cisco, okay, they used 6 dot version, their first version in a Linux. They used 6.x operating system. Okay, they call it as a Lena 6.x in a Cisco, their ASA product. And 5.x they used in up in a Pix product up to 5.x. Okay, so and from 5.x to 6.x they have additionally added web VPN feature. It is supporting the web VPN feature, and it's supporting the transparent mode, right? And it is supporting the it is still um, it's a stateful only, right? It is enhanced processing feature, right? So these two additional features they have implemented from 5.x to 6.x. Okay, and from 6.x they have lot of updates. 6.x and major operating system 7.x. Okay, and in a 6.x they have a version 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, right? And after that 7.x they have a 7.1, 7.2, and 7.3. After that they given a 8.x major update. Okay, so 8.1, 8.2, and So up to 6.1 to 8.2, there is no much difference in a configuration wise. In your ASA firewall, if you want to configure, right? So this all are using similar pattern. There is no much difference in a configuration wise. Okay, and there is no much difference in supporting the feature, right? So from 6.x to 8.2, it's using the same pattern when it comes to the configuring your features and interfaces and enabling some protocol, everything. Okay, the major upgradation is done on your Cisco ASA operating system is 8.3. Okay, so if you're using a before 8.2 version, 8.2 to 6, from 6.x to 8.2 version, so the configuration is different. The like assigning the IP address and then creating the access list and implementing the NAT. Okay, major update is they are not using object based rule. Okay, so 6.x to 8.2 will not support object based rule. Okay, and from 8.3 to 9.x latest upgradation hard, so major update, operating system upgrade, right? So these products, this operating system supporting the object based rule creation. So if you want to implement the NAT, so you can create as an object and you can utilize it whenever you want. Okay, and if you want to create uh, if you want to enable some services, right? Some protocol you can service as an object you can create, right? And rules as an object you can create, and NAT as an object you can create, and you can, if when you're using it, when you're creating as an object, that will be reusable. Okay, so that object features will not support 8 dot up to 8.2, and from 8.3 to latest version 9.x, right? So it will supporting the object based rule creation, guys. And like interface configuration, IP assignment, right? So IP verification, show commands. So there are some slight changes than 6.x to up to 8.2 to 8.3. There is some difference when you're verifying that configuration and when we are enabling some interface, or when you're creating some rule, when when you're creating NAT, right? So that time the configuration wise we have a changes, we have some little changes on that configuration part. Okay, and but 8.3 to 9.x there is no major update, only a patch update only they are given it for each operating system. There is no major update by configuration wise and implementation wise. Okay, guys, so nowadays we are using a major operating system 9.x version. Okay, clear? So these are all the operating system history in a Cisco ASA, or you can mention, you can say it ASA operating system, or you can say Lena operating system. We are using latest Lena engine, major upgrade with the 9.x version. Okay, in your ASA firewall. Clear, guys? So any doubts up to now about our today's session? Any doubts, guys? So today we will discuss what is fixed firewall and what are the history of your ASA firewall, and what is fixed before ASA, which firewall we used, and that fixed firewall is acquired by Cisco. After acquired by Cisco, what happens, and when they deliver, when they launch their Cisco ASA product, and what is the difference between the fixed firewall and ASA firewall, right? And what is the hardware model we have in a ASA product line, and what is the traditional hardware and next generation hardware lines, and what is the operating system version we have, OS version, Lena OS version we have, and what is our current Lean OS version, right? So all these stuffs today we just discussed. Okay, so do you have any doubts in this session, guys? Please acknowledge, guys. So far good, right? Okay, fine. Thank you, Krashi, and thank you, Basir. Okay, guys, and that's it today. And this is your guys, this is your paid student WhatsApp group. Okay, so I have added, I hope I have added everyone. If suppose your number is not there in this WhatsApp group, let me know. Okay, so I'll add you in that WhatsApp group. And today's recorded video you will get in your WhatsApp group itself, a link to access your today's recorded video. Okay. From tomorrow onwards, you will get the link in this WhatsApp group only. I'm not going to share in any other WhatsApp group. Okay. So, so I'll add if, okay, guys, only one, we have only one seat left in this batch. So if any of your friend or if anybody want to join this batch, just ping me in my WhatsApp personally. Okay. To complete your admission process, guys. Okay. That's it today. We'll we'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care, guys.